What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. Shaun, it is Thursday.
It is Thursday. Oh God, I'm so sorry, listeners.
We might have let everyone down. And look, as always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Meehan.
Thank you. I'm currently floating on a raft, just sailing through landlocked parts of Ireland somehow.
Here's my issue, right? We had to stop the recording yesterday as we were unable to record at all, to be honest, due to the fact that we had no power, right?
We had no power,
now,
and turns out podcasts requore electricity. I'm trying to do an acoustic version, but it's to a very limited audience, I was
shouting down a Canada string, and I was hoping you'd come in.
We invested all the Patreon money in string, what can I say?
We have one bit of string.
It's doing our patrons a disservice, Connor.
Boy, being a devil. But yes, look, here's the thing. Ireland gets hit with rain all year long. We had a slight bit more wind than usual, and everywhere in the country closed down. We just can't handle it, Shaun.
No, and there's another one due tonight.
Yeah.
It started off, it was hilarious because Irish weather has this rating system and it goes yellow, orange, red in terms of severity. And so this morning it was like, lads, it's going to be yellow. This is in my local area. It's going to be yellow. Then about 3 o'clock rolls around. Oh, lads, we're gone up to orange. Oh, we're gone up to orange, lads. Tie down your trampolines, please.
You know, everyone has a trampoline here.
Everyone in Ireland just has a trampoline. It just comes with the gig.
But look, we're getting hit by weather, but we are going to get this episode out. It's Weird News Thursday.
Weird News Thursday. Okay, is there trying to think of some alliteration?
Yeah.
There's no weird word for tea.
Tricky Thursday. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Trick or treat Thursdays? No, in October that might work.
I love the idea we do this on air. Not off air. We could have sorted this out before we started recording. Let's do it now.
If they're particularly lewd stories, it could be tawdry Thursdays.
I mean, okay, Shakespeare. It could be tawdry Thursdays.
I just look, I'm trying my best here, Connor. I'm really trying my hardest.
Are you? Okay, so we're gonna get into this week's news. It's a day late. Everyone forgive us. But look, we're gonna cover them this week anyway, because the show was done. I got the show done before the whole country shut down as well. So it was just been sitting here on my laptop.
You press save and your power went out.
Thank fuck. I'm not going through all those doldrums again. So we're starting off this week, Shaun, with the world's biggest game these days.
Squid Game?
No. What's the game that's bigger than Squid Game? Everyone's playing it.
Oh, Wordle, of course.
Wordle. Well,
I'm a demon at Wordle.
Wordle this week is, I would like to say it's after saving a woman's life. Because woman's life saved by Wordle after being held hostage for 17 hours by naked man. But suspicions arose when she did not post that day's word.
Really? That's such, you know that meme, and it's like the little domino and then the really, really big domino.
Yeah.
And it's like man makes word game for his girlfriend and then woman's life saved.
Hostage saved.
Hostage recovered.
An 80-year-old Chicago woman who was held hostage by a man and thought that she would not survive the abduction attempt was rescued after she
did. And that's why we're talking about it.
That is why we're talking about it. She was rescued after she did not solve the daily word game Wordle.
Sorry. She lost her streak, Connor. It's the worst thing that happened to this woman.
She looks down at her phone. This is the worst thing that's happened to me today. My streak.
Your man is in the corner, sharpening a knife. My streak.
He's getting his flamethrower ready. She's like, oh fuck. After this, that's worse than using my 6 attempts.
Oh, fucking I must be some kind of cynic, guys.
No spoilers. Denise Holt.
That was like 4 days ago.
Okay. Denise Holt, who lives in Morse Avenue in Lincolnwood, was sleeping last week when a naked man armed with a pair of scissors broke into the house and through a window, it was reported.
She's just like, S-H-A-R-P, sharp! It's like, it's clues. She has Terminator vision, but for Wordle.
Imagine she's a demon at Wordle, one go, every week.
It's not possible, surely. The best I've ever done is 2. Guessing 2.
I've seen one. But it was the Taylor Swift version of Wordle.
Which, there's so many versions of Wordle.
Oh, there's so many versions, but Jesus, I'm trying to remember.
Have you played 11-letter Wordle?
Oh, I haven't played Wordle, Shaun. So 11-letter Wordle
Connor.
is not...
I mean, conflagration, great choice. But I play Wordle every day, but I only send it to my brother because there's this weird like competition we have going of who can be better at words.
No, I'm scared to start because you know how intense I can get.
But it's one a day. That's the thing.
Yeah. But I want to be the best.
This is the thing, because I will do Wordle. I'll finish it in like 3 minutes. And I'll just like bash out my guesses. You will spend 45 minutes obsessing over the optimal word to pick.
I want to win.
You want to hack Wordle somehow.
Oh, absolutely.
It's Connor. The word is Connor.
I'll ring the guy who set it up. The New York Times now.
Yeah, they're in charge.
So I was shocked, said Denise, adding that she was held captive in her own home. He just threatened me. He didn't harm me in any way, but he just threatened me, she said. The 32-year-old man, who is identified as James H. Davis III, got into her house with her as she tried to remain calm and followed his instructions. I was trying to survive, that's all, said Miss Holt. He said, I won't harm you, just do what I say. So, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a fair agreement, but it's not one I'd recommend you make to people.
The man who got cut while breaking into the house then brought the woman, still in her nightgown, around the house as he disconnected phone lines. She said that
Jesus.
Mr. Davis was leaving behind a trail of dripping blood as he was injured from broken glass.
Ruining the carpet. Also, blood, glass, all of these excellent Wordle guesses.
She's literally sitting there going, fuck, there's so many good ideas in this room.
She's like come to terms with the fact that she's going to miss Wordle today.
Yeah.
So she's just like guessing them all in her head, so she can be like, yeah, I would have got it. Yeah, I would have solved that instantly.
Death, blood, glass, it's all here.
Murder? Oh, no, it can't be murder. No. I mean, thank God,
hostage. Right? So, look, the man, yeah, as I said, he got cut. He took 2 knives from my kitchen, she said. He told me, I like these knives.
Oh, he's dual wielding. He's studied the blade.
Adding that she feared for her life, and, I mean, as you would. He locked her in the bathroom, in the basement, where she did stretches and exercises to stay warm.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's fucked. Like,
I mean, also, you could look at it a different way. She's warming up for a fight.
Maybe she's like, it's like the start of Old Boy. She's like shadow boxing. And just like, once that door opens, this man is being ran through.
He opens to ask her, does she want a cup of tea? And he's already out before.
Just decked.
So her family members who lived across the country in Seattle were alarmed, Shaun. They were not even in the same state. They were alarmed as she did not share the day's Wordle as she used to daily.
Oh, that's... I mean... Okay, so that family came to expect the Wordle, like, either message or Facebook post or whatever it was. And when it didn't write... That's a very real moment. Oh, I don't like that, Connor.
But Wordle has saved a woman's life.
Oh, like, amazing. Amazing news. But, like, it's like... Because that family, they'll never be able to peacefully enjoy, oh, Granny got her Wordle today.
Yeah, it goes like a minute over. Like, she's been taken again.
They can never relax until Wordle is posted. She's like Schrodinger's murder victim.
But like, yeah, they're sitting there. But then the perfect time? Look, I don't want to tell the kidnappers what to do, Shaun. But the perfect time to take the woman hostage is then wait till she posts it.
Oh, as in like right after the Wordle score is posted.
Yeah.
He gets out of the van, disrobed. This man is naked the whole time, by the way. We haven't really addressed that.
He's broken in. He's told her he likes her knives. And then he stuck her in a bathroom. And he's like, now I'll go off and I'm just going to search the rest of the house for more knives. I can only assume. And what happened was her oldest daughter, Meredith Holt Caldwell, who lives in Seattle, said that she noticed that her mother was reading the messages but not responding to her. And she then alerted the police about her mother's unusual behaviour, and the officers turned up at the scene and arrested the man.
Excellent news. Best outcome. So she rang the police saying, look, she usually posts around this time. I've heard nothing.
It might be nothing, but just go check on her.
Could
She's
you just
an old
check
woman.
on her for me, please? And the police are like, grand, no bother at all. Probably not in that accent, but yeah.
No, they said grand. That'd be great crack.
Oh, sure, no bother at all, mate.
I wouldn't want to push out, though, lad. I wouldn't want to push out.
That's fucking grand. What else am I doing?
So the police turn up and the guy is just in her house. And she, of course, is locked in the bathroom, so they can't see her. And all they see is the naked lad in the house, and they're just like, oh, shit.
Okay, something's gone down here. But then they go to open the bathroom to let her out. Swift box to the face.
Yes, she's ready with a karate chop.
She's like a lion. Like, she just sees she's in hunt mode.
She does the, like, superhero landing stance, but she's like that when they walk in, and she just looks up.
They come in and she's like gone Super Saiyan by this point.
She's hanging upside down on the ceiling. Just looking at them.
Just like, try me. Fucking try me.
Do you know the scene in Batman vs Superman where Batman's up in the corner and he's just like stuck to the corner? That's where she is.
Just in her own bathroom. Wordle streak in tatters, but...
Oh, think how mad she is. Like, she would take him out.
Because if it's your own fault, fair enough. Like, you know, okay, I should have remembered to do Wordle.
Fine, I had to go to the funeral, but I'm mad at myself, but I had to. Fuck's sake.
I had to, but I'm mostly mad at Jerry. Fuck you, Jerry.
My brother of my whole life. You bastard, Jerry.
See, I now intend, like, because I'm usually a man who will go to sleep at like 11 o'clock and just be like, okay, I'm done for the day. But I've been lately staying up past midnight, Connor, to do Wordle as soon as it refreshes.
Oh, for God's sake.
I know, I'm not proud of myself.
Yeah.
But,
sure you don't need like any other hobbies or something?
Mate, I collect hobbies, man. That's my hobby, is more hobbies. But, I don't know.
Hobby, 5-letter word.
Very good, double B, a risky choice, and the Y, not often used, but when it is, it cracks the whole thing. It's great. It's great I'm not, like, addicted to drugs or something, isn't it?
No. I want to be the best drug taker ever if I was.
I want to have all the drugs.
Shaun, I feel like Wordle leads, it saved a woman's life this week. I think it might be the strangest hostage negotiation I've ever had, or we've ever seen on the show.
Do you think... I mean, because the police probably play Wordle as well. So, like, do you think... There was like, while they had the megaphone outside trying to talk him down, they were just like, and if you could sum up your situation in 5 letters containing an R, would that be possible?
But it's not the second letter, but it's somewhere in there.
It's somewhere. It's gone yellow. I don't know. Look, it's my family all play this. I'm on 5 guesses, man. Come on.
The guy's naked, bleeding to death in front of him.
Death!
Dude, come on.
Oh, no, there's no...
Naked. Another 5. Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news. And we have a man who's had a bad first day at work.
We've all been there.
Russian security guard blamed for drawing eyes on prized painting on first day at work.
Is this because he was bored? I think I saw this headline.
A security guard on his first day at work at a Russian art gallery vandalised a $750,000 or $1.4 million painting by a student of one of Russia's greatest painters by doodling eyes and a mouth on the bare face in the photo. Or in the painting, I should say.
Yeah, but art is fucked, though, because now that painting will probably sell for... It'll still sell for something, because now it's been reported on. Like, we've talked about a man on this show who presented empty canvases to a museum.
That's
and
true.
they sold for sort of like $5 million or something.
Visitors last month spotted the edition scrawled in pen on faceless subjects, while the painting by the pupil of Kazimir Melovich was on loan. The Centre Gallery appealed to the police to track down the perpetrator, but they declined, dismissing the damage to the 1930s painting as insignificant. This is Russian police. They're like,
fair.
Mate,
we have enough going on right now.
brother. Like, we're fighting the Irish fishermen this week. What are we meant to do with this lad?
And we're somehow challenged by that. It's mad.
A full investigation into vandalism was launched only after an intervention by the Culture Ministry. The person who drew the eyes on the figures in the painting has been identified as an employee of a private security firm that provided security at the centre. They organised a meeting and said the painting was vandalised by a 60-year-old guard on his first day at work.
Man doesn't give a fuck anymore. It's amazing.
He's just like, it's my first day, lads. It's literally my first day.
I would also like to clarify, probably his last day as well.
I can only assume on Earth at the job.
Because this is the thing. Do you, like, is losing his job enough punishment, or does he have to pay 1.4 million?
It's a tricky one, because I don't know. I don't know if they get him the bid of 1.4 million if he doesn't have it.
That's the thing. Because, if someone charged me 1.4 million for anything, I would be like, that's literally never going to happen.
His motives are still unknown, but the administration believes it was some kind of a lapse in sanity, which is a strange way of putting that.
It is. Like, he just lost the run of himself for a minute and started doodling on shit. Lucky he wasn't, like, guarding the Louvre or something.
Wait, the unnamed man reportedly did not show up for work for several days after the incident and switched off his phone, as in his own words he was very upset about what had happened.
I decided to punish myself, really.
Look, lads, I've done it through enough. No need to punish me any further from all the vandalism.
Do you know how much Russian Wordle I've missed out on because of this?
Not a lot. But imagine if I had.
Imagine if even imagining it is too traumatic for me, guys. So let me go.
Local media reported that although the room was packed with CCTV cameras, the centre originally rejected suggestions that it was an inside job. Why?
Why, yeah. Like, why... I don't know, would someone in the general public actively go out and biro a blank face, you know? I'd also wager a security guard would deter people from doing that.
So, my question to you is, Shaun, it was a lapse of sanity. What's the story here? Why is this man first day on the job? Because we've all done a first day on the job, Shaun. That you walk in and you're on your best behaviour. Surely, you're trying not to fuck everything up.
Okay, so, first day on the job, you're meeting a lot of new people, right?
Yeah, stressful.
It's like, stressful. Lot of names, a lot of faces, Connor. So I'm terrible with names. I will forget someone's name after they tell me it. I'm also terrible with faces. So I think on his first day...
You're terrible at Guess Who.
I just get really specific with Guess Who. Like, do they have a drinking problem?
Have they had a horrible childhood? Marred by bullies.
It's definitely Keith.
Oh, that's a fucking Keith boy.
So this man, terrible at names and faces. There's maybe his boss, like his direct superior, can't remember. He can remember the name, but he can't remember the face is the issue. So he sees this blank canvas of a face and is like, God, what would Ivan look like? What does the name Ivan conjure up in my head in relation to an art gallery? And he just had to capture the moment then and there, for fear of forgetting it again.
It was more artistic inspiration.
I think, I think that so this student was from the 1930s, is that right?
The student? No, you mean the painting?
The painting, sorry, was from the 1930s.
Yeah, it was from the 1930s, yeah.
So the student was probably alive when he painted the painting.
I can only assume.
Is possibly now not alive, shall we say?
I would go so far as to say they might be dead.
Yeah, but might have a very strong... Maybe the painting... Okay. So, it's unlocked. It's unlocked in my brain. So, the student died mid-painting just before he got to the face, is the issue. And so... That's his unsolved business on Earth.
I loved the idea that the guy dies mid-painting and the artist doesn't go, I'll finish it. No, that's fucking unprofessional from them.
No, I'll go, that's going up. Shame for the rest of your life. And so he finds the ghost of this artist is now possesses the body of the security guard. Oh, I don't have my oil paints. I don't have my fancy brushes. But true art doesn't be based on materials and stuff. So what does the security guard have? He has a little ballpoint pen. And this man from the 30s, first of all, thinks it's witchcraft. But second of all, thinks, oh, I'll just finish it right here, right now. And then scribbles. And then the man then dispossesses the security guard because his unsolved business is finished. And then...
we've gone straight to ghosts take over this old man's body.
I mean, that's why he turned his phone off. Like, he didn't want to talk to anyone after
Ghost
such an experience.
Didn't understand 5G.
He didn't. The ghosts don't understand 5G. I'll be honest, I don't understand 5G, guys.
But ghosts especially.
Ghosts especially don't understand most things about technology. Maybe it's like a moonfall that the ghosts shut down all the technology around them.
I think we should probably just be like, you get your first day of the job, you're trying to play it cool, but then as you said, what happens if your body gets taken over by a ghost and of the person in the photo and they want to finish their own face? I mean, it's very easily done. It's the most logical explanation.
Done. Yeah, like, look, and no one wants it to happen. But look, these things do happen, Connor. We need to be prepared and accommodating when they do. This is me talking to HR.
with the pen in your hand. Like Sharpies all around you.
But I've gotten a second pen and fashioned it into some sort of cross to, like, ward off evil.
This is the strangest ghost hunter I've ever seen.
But he gets results. You have to say
My
that.
God. Shaun, I have a small piece of weird news that might interest you, and you alone, and probably me.
Okay, well, enjoy this one, listeners.
Because there's been a new perfume released, and I wouldn't normally cover this. Who cares?
No, it's not. Cosmetics aren't our general brand of comedy, but we'll do our best.
We're not smart enough or stylish enough to know, but... The Idaho Commission has announced that it was celebrating Valentine's Day last week. Mm-hmm. And in celebration for Valentine's Day, it released a brand new fragrance. And it's a limited edition product, Shaun, that you might like.
Okay, so short supply. This fragrance has never been smelled before.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued, Connor.
Now, it's mostly really probably should be sold.
Really committing to that bit there.
In our country, I would say. As I have the Idaho Potato Commission releases limited edition potato perfume.
By God. I've heard rumours. Jesus, if you smelled that on a night out, oh, be God.
If you wore that in Ireland, you'd get attacked. It'd be like South Africa on steroids.
You'd be swamped, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, do potatoes have that much of a fragrance, though?
This is one of my questions I wanted to ask you, because I seen this story, and I was like, okay, That's first of all ridiculous. But secondly, do potatoes have that strong a smell?
I mean, look. Okay, so I anytime I think of the smell of potatoes, I just think of the smell of the kitchen when I was a kid, because there was always potatoes cooking with everything else. Is the issue? So I don't know the specific smell if you cut a potato in half, what it is, but I know I like it. So I think I'm on board.
But also, they said that whether you're at a drive-through restaurant or dining in, it's near impossible not to grab a fry and take a bite before you dive into your meal. The smell is too good to resist.
That's the smell of fries, though, which is fried potatoes,
the perfume,
which smell like
this
oil.
perfume is a great gift for anyone who can't refuse a French fry.
Okay. I will die on this hill. French fries are different enough from potatoes that they should not be associated with them.
That's an interesting point, because I would have said the same.
Yeah, you are imparting flavour based on the oil you fry them in, and also what they are topped with, Connor. Are they a sweet potato fry? Who knows?
I knew there was no subject that would get you more hyped than potato perfume.
You got worried when I started talking about ghosts a minute ago, but potato perfume, that's it.
But this is really your niche. Well, to be honest, this is our niche, because it's outrageous that Idaho have released this. First and foremost, I feel like there is a war coming. If you release potato perfume before us, then I feel like you've come across to our market without asking us. I feel like we have a copyright on this whole thing.
Are Idaho big into potatoes, is my question.
I mean, look, I'm going to go to a limb. They're not as fucking big as we are on them. I can only assume.
That's fair. Now, according to IdahoPotato.com, the Idaho Potato Commission was established in 1937. Now, I would say that we famously had a big focus as a country on potatoes back in the 1800s, Connor.
True. That is true. And why did we have a big focus? We lost
all of them.
We lost them all. And it absolutely ruined us, Shaun.
It ruined us, but there was other factors, but the potatoes was a big part of it.
But my point is, how important does the potato have to be that you lose it, the whole country goes to the dogs?
That's true.
I think Idaho could very easily lose a potato and they wouldn't worry.
No, they'd still have their corn or their gold, whatever they have over there in the west.
Corn and gold.
Corn and gold, golden corn. But us, to this day, we're still mad into potatoes. They're in everything.
Would you buy somebody the potato perfume?
I think I would. I think I would buy my long-term partner the potato perfume, mainly because I know we've been together so long, this isn't going to be a deal breaker. I wouldn't give it as a first anniversary gift, I will say.
No, it's one of those, it's definitely fourth or fifth. Like, it's long enough around the tree that's like, right, well, that's grand.
Yeah, like that's you're established, you're grand, this isn't going to make or break you. But if you're like, oh, we've been together 3 months, it's your birthday, I got you a bit of perfume. No, I didn't have any help in the shop, I picked it myself.
The lady behind the counter was very, very adamant I had chosen wrong, but I knew you.
Speechless. Look, all the lads say, God, it's brilliant. So, you know it
I
works.
told the lads and they laughed. They thought it was fucking great.
We were all starving after a night out, and I just spritzed it in the air. Jesus, they were like cartoon characters floating towards a pie.
Shaun, also, if they have potato perfume and underneath they don't have spud smell, then what is the point?
That's very true. Like Eau de Rooster or something like that.
Like, you have to, if you're going to do potato perfume, throw the alliteration in. Has to be spud smell. I'm trying to think of another one. What's another word that we use for potatoes?
Like even if Idaho want to go this route, French fry fragrance, you know?
French fry fragrance, yes.
Yeah.
No, I feel like they should have brought us in as consultants before they tried this. I think this is outrageous.
Marketing managers, yeah. And imagine, like, this could be the official scent of the pod if they really want it, you know?
If somebody gets the perfume, get this one. This is the only one I want.
Yeah, me and Connor will wear this. You can't smell it while we're recording, you won't get the benefit of it.
Yeah.
But everyone around us will know that we smell like potatoes.
And in Ireland, that is worth its weight in gold. That is basically a currency.
I'm surprised this wasn't like product placement in Wild Mountain Thyme or something like that.
That's a very good point. They definitely probably should have done that. Just, let's never... Wild Mountain Thyme is something that if anyone hasn't heard our review or seen the trailer for Wild Mountain Thyme, because of course this isn't a movie show, Shaun.
Of course, I'm sorry.
We want people, if you haven't seen it, go watch Wild Mountain Thyme's trailer on YouTube. It's only like a minute long, but you won't be disappointed by the Irish accents.
No, especially Christopher Walken's. He really just drives it all home.
Imagine
if you want to hear us talk about it,
doing an Irish accent.
Imagine, yeah, that's all you need to know. We did a review of it on Patreon if you're interested as well. But I'm excited for the Patreon review of Potato Perfume, Spud Smell, French Fry Fragrance.
It's just going to be an unboxing. So we got this, guys. Let's smash that like button.
If this doesn't come in like a little potato sack...
What are we doing? What are
you at, lads? Get it together. And if they want to go the fry route, it should come in one of those shitty little baskets with newspaper in it. Okay? I hate those.
Okay, we're going to move on to our next piece of news, Shaun. And this one really, I think, will, I would say, create a bit of intrigue for you. Because I know you love a mystery. And
I do. I've solved
what's more
many.
mysterious than a large metal safe just mysteriously appearing at a Toronto museum and then disappearing just as quickly?
Interesting. It's like, was Wile E. Coyote crushed by it by any chance?
No. So a metal safe just appeared in front of a downtown Toronto museum, and people are wondering where it came from, Shaun. According to E. Tovar Shonar, who snapped a photo of the box, the safe had a sign on it that read, "Free to any home." What's in the safe? What's the code for the safe? Nobody knows. But what they do... Go on.
I was going to say... No, I wanted to know, would you crack the safe before taking it home? Or would you grab the whole safe and go?
I think that's a true unboxing. If you just take it... What's the show where they go around like buying lots and they don't know what's behind all the doors?
Oh, Storage Wars.
Yeah, Storage Wars. It's basically that, but like on a high stakes. It could be 7 million. It could be nothing.
That's the thing. Do you... okay, this might be me. I feel I could crack a safe really easily. I've never tried, but I feel like I could do it. I feel like it's just an easy thing to do.
My follow-up question: why and how?
Oh, I mean, okay. My instant response is that there's a fucked answer to this, and there's like a dismembered body inside. Now that's not terribly funny. So for my second...
What about a head? The head of a child.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Who knows? We've all seen Seven.
What in the back?
It's not the movie show, Connor, please. My second answer, what if it's a bunch of snakes on springs that just you open it and it just goes boo?
Just like shithousery. Like you're setting it so that even when the people break in, they're just like, what the fuck is going on here? Or maybe a note to another safe.
I was going to say a note to another safe, or a smaller safe inside it.
Russian doll the safes.
Yeah, I think you need to put 3 in. Because that's the point where if someone cracks 3 safes, they really deserve something. But if someone's not willing to crack 2 safes, they don't deserve what's in the third safe.
What's a deserving prize? Is it just like a notepad to a different safe?
I don't know. No, because I feel it has to be something you get there on the spot. Because I think... I fully feel this is an art installation, alright? So, that was unsanctioned by the city or the museum, and that's why it was removed. But I think they wanted people to queue up and have a go at cracking the safe. And then you get through it. and then, like, I don't know, in the third safe, there's like a mirror, and you have to look at yourself and realise what you've done with your day.
Yeah. It's a metaphor, dudes.
It's a metaphor for social media, I guess.
No, what happened was the museum had the safe dropped off to them. And upon research and upon looking it up, decided that the safe had no historic significance whatsoever. So why would they keep it? So they put it out on front. Without even cracking it. They just put it out on the front.
Could they not use the safe to store things, though?
They have to break into it, though.
So they bought a safe without the combination being listed?
Somebody dropped it off at the museum.
Oh, they didn't request the safe, excuse me.
No. Somebody dropped it at the museum. They bring it in. They look at it. There's no historic significance. That's fucking weird.
Did they ever find Houdini?
It's bits of Houdini.
Just bits of Houdini, like what's left of Houdini. Like, he's just in the safe somewhere. Like, there's so many things that it could be. This is just relating to safes. Have you heard about the theft of the Irish Crown jewels?
I think I have, but I would like you to let the people know.
Very, 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 very briefly. There's a really good podcast called Do Go On that we both like. They did a whole episode on it. But it just sums up Ireland because there were these jewels that were worn by members of the Order of St. Patrick. It's like a whole thing when we were still under British rule. But these were like the most prized jewels in Ireland. So we thought we'd build a special place for them in Dublin Castle, and we get a safe to put them in.
Smart.
And so they built the room first, right? And so built this whole room, hired a guard, everything like that.
One guard.
One guard. The safe did not fit in the room designed to hold the safe. And so what they did instead was that they put the safe in the library and stationed the guard in the library as well. The one downside of this is that the guard post did not have a direct line of sight to the safe.
Smart. Once again, that is the way you would set up a guard situation in terms of a room with jewels in it.
Indeed. And so one day a lad was like told, oh, go put this in the safe. And he went there and said, guys, it was open when I found it and everything's gone.
Guys, just a real small thing. Is it normal that the safe is open and empty? Is it?
No, first of all. But what they also decided was that someone had been burgling the safe a few times. Like, they had come and gone a number of times. And on the last time... Yeah, and on the last time they left it open because they didn't feel they were being fair.
It's because they clearly had been robbing it for months. Yeah. And they thought they rob it once and they think, okay, the police are going to be after us here. Like, they're going to fucking find us in the next 40 hours. We got to go.
We got to leave.
And they wait
now.
A week and a half and it all dies down. And there's not one mention in one newspaper that anything's been wrong or anything's been stolen. They're like,
no curiosity even around it. Like, it's not missing as far as everyone is concerned.
So then they go back and they steal some more. And they're like, we're definitely not getting away with it this time. This time, definitely it's going to be a national-wide scandal. It's going to be a news. Another 2 weeks go by. Nothing happens.
Lads, come on. Come on, we tried really hard for this, like. Because at some part of them wants the attention.
Because they're like, are we too good? Are we too efficient at this job?
Like, but also, if they're not reported stolen, no one on the black market is going to buy them because they're going to think they're fakes.
Exactly. So then they go back and they leave the door open until they finally... And then they're like, finally? Jesus. That took weeks.
But they actually like work there, so they're like, oh no, terrible news.
I opened it and it's gone. What's up with that?
What happened there? Sorry, that's just a little riff about safes. I don't have a clue what went on with this museum, though. Because a safe is a difficult thing to transport.
Yeah, it's one of those where, like, how... First of all, you have to get the safe to the museum. You get it there, you drop it off, but then you leave a note that's like, free tally home, you can break in. But then they check the historic significance. No historical significance, so they're like, okay, well, they leave it outside. Then, Shaun, it gets stolen again from outside the museum by another random passerby.
But I don't think it's stolen because it's free to a good home. Someone just... If I saw a safe just left there, I'm taking that safe.
You would have to take the risk.
You would. Like, and I would have to bring it to, like, my upstairs apartment and just, like, I'd spend a week just cracking it. Like, in the hopes of, like, oh, it's, I don't know, 10 billion in gold bullion.
Is there something to do with shoes involved in safe cracking? What's to do with that? Shoes on your hands?
Shoes in your hands? I don't know. I'm not sure what that shit's about at all.
I literally think that's just obscene in The Dark Knight. Doesn't the robber at the start have shoes on his hands?
Does he? I've never noticed that. In when the clowns are robbing the bank.
Yeah.
Does he have shoes on his hands? That's wild. I
think so.
Maybe something to do with vibrations?
Maybe just got some sweet new sneakers. He's trying to show them off.
Got them Air Jordans, bro.
Yeah. I'm leaping through these safes.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up because I don't know what that shit's about. But like, I would just put my ear up against it and crack it immediately, I feel. I'm also half deaf in one ear. I should probably mention that.
You would be the world's worst safe. Do you hear any clicking? To be honest, I can't hear anything. To be honest,
I can't hear you, but I'm really sorry.
What are you even saying? Like, what are you saying? Shaun, we're going to have to move on to our next piece of news, and it involves Florida Man.
I didn't think he'd show up this week, Connor.
Florida Man and Florida Woman have shown up this week. But first of all, we go to Florida Man because he is a bit of a magician this week. This is classic Florida Man, and we only know of this because of CCTV. But police searching for Florida Man magician who uses sleight of hand at Florida Walmart to save money on Apple products.
Amazing. He's an evil magician. I love it.
He's an evil magician. He's the dark magician from Yu-Gi-Oh!
From Yu-Gi-Oh!
Police in Winter Haven are searching for a man who got a sleight of hand discount at Walmart on Apple products. According to police, the man pictured visited the electronics counter at Walmart, located at 7450 Cypress Gardens Boulevard, everyone's favourite boulevard, and requested...
Mine is the one of broken dreams, I'll have you know.
Oh, that's even better. And requested an iPad and Apple Watch from a locked cabinet. So far, so good.
Standard purchasing procedure for an iPad and Apple Watch.
Police say the man proceeds to pay for the merchandise in all $20 bills.
I see. Okay. But that's quite the sum to pay entirely in $20 bills, though, Connor.
Drug money?
I mean, why would you? That's like how? Hang on, an iPad. I'm
and
out
an
of
Apple
touch.
Watch.
I'm assuming that's like $1,000 altogether
for the two of them. Maybe 500.
How much? What kind of iPad is it? We talking standard iPad, iPad Air, iPad Mini, iPad Pro?
Are we talking an iPod Nano? What are we talking here?
we talking iPod Shuffle? Those used to be like 30 quid. iPod.
We talking a Walkman? What are we buying here?
We talking a tape deck? We talking a gramophone?
We talking a big stereo system you have in your shoulder? What are we talking about here?
We talking about drum made from hide?
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, I would say, well, that has some archaeological value, actually. So it's probably quite expensive.
Person behind the counter, sir, we don't sell any of those products. Please leave.
Oh, okay, I'll just take 14 Apple Watches then, please.
Please.
Okay, let's say like 800 quid. That's still a lot of $20 bills to pay with.
It's almost too many. Because investigators say that as the clerk counts out the cash, right? So the clerk has counted out the cash. The man is able to slide money from the counter behind the bag that's in front of him.
By God. I mean...
So...
See, this is weird, because this is definitely illegal, right? But it's also a skill that this man just has. And he's honed it.
He's honed it to become the greatest criminal of all time.
Yeah, but it's still really, like... small-scale theft in the grand scheme of things.
I love the idea he's practiced this for years. Like, he's practicing this one magic trick for this one Walmart to get one iPad.
Yeah. Do you think he's like he tried to be a magician leading up to this. And he just, like, the industry's too hard to break into at this point. Like, Dynamo fucked it for everyone.
He tried to star in Now You See Me 3 and never made it. And now he's like, what do I have to do now to make some money?
He had to turn to a life of crime.
He then hands the clerk some of the cash back to make it appear he was giving the final amount, when he actually kept $800.
Okay, hang on. So it's probably like $1,000 then, right? Like,
yeah.
But so he's just funneling the same $20 bill back to this like clerk.
So he has like $20 bills, and he's like giving them, and every time the guy
counts $400.
Yeah. Okay. But whatever.
No, sorry, I'm trying to make it make sense in my head.
And then he's like taking the notes away as he hands them over.
That's insane. He deserves it, I think. Like, he can...
The police move in. we have him.
Like, look, as someone who worked in retail, if someone gets me like that, you know what? That's on me.
You can have... This one's on me, boys. Police say the register was found to be short by $800 at the end of the day.
That feeling is awful.
That conversation is tough. It was reported the same man wearing the same clothes did this at a different Walmart as well the same day.
Change your clothes, but he's not that kind of magician, I suppose. He can't just, like, quick change.
So the magician got away with a new iPad and an Apple Watch for $308 in the end. That's
quite the deal. Like, resale value, he's up. Then you just put that back into more iPads.
He's just constantly buying iPads.
That's how Tim Cook got his job.
I mean, look, I feel like Florida Man, if he learns magic, I think there's no hope. This man's still out on the... Like, they can't catch him because he's a magician, Shaun. He disappears.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Put that man in handcuffs, please.
Oh, like, yeah, let's say you'll be in handcuffs in 4 seconds flat, I'll have you know. And you'll be underwater in a vat.
He just turns up to the police station like, no, I want you to do it. Try me.
He's like the Joker in The Dark Knight.
Except he sews an iPad into a man's chest.
I just want my one phone call. Can I bring an iPad?
I only got the Wi-Fi version. Fuck.
Does that even have Bluetooth? How do I turn on Bluetooth in the man's stomach? Does anyone know? No.
He's a great magician. He's shit with technology.
Oh, it was so much easier when I had that nano. I thought nanos were my last ones. Shaun, we're finishing off with drunken Florida woman. She's at an airport, and quite possibly the most ridiculous getaway police chase you'll ever see in an airport, because... Go on.
Did she steal a plane?
Yes, she stole 3 planes at once.
My God, that's impressive. Is she
She had 2 sweeping brushes with like a boot on either end out the windows, and she was flying them consistently.
Oh, she was cracking safes from a distance, yeah.
Oh, well, of course. The old boot safe. Drunken Florida woman on motorised suitcase leads police chase through Orlando airport, police say.
What is a motorised suitcase?
That's what I didn't know myself, Shaun. But motorised suitcases exist, and they are breathtaking.
I'm going to Google. I'm going to close the Idaho Potato Commission tab, and I'm going to...
Nobody's ever Googled these back to back, by the way.
I am on a list, but like a list of, you don't need to worry about this guy.
Just no friends.
He's Googling this on a Thursday evening. No.
Someone send him a Facebook invite to something.
Therapy, probably. This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. There is a businesswoman sitting on a suitcase, zooming through the airport.
Zooming.
It's like a low rent and sadder version of WALL-E.
An intoxicated passenger who was barred from boarding an airplane.
She was drink driving.
She was drink driving. Could you get her on drink driving charges?
Probably could.
She rode away from the gate on a motorised suitcase as a police officer on a bicycle followed behind her Florida woman has struck.
The mental image of that. I like to imagine it's like, it's either a tricycle, first of all,
Yeah.
or it's one of those folding bikes, and he's furiously trying to unfold it as he's running after it.
Like, and he can't get it. Like, the back wheel will never fold properly. Fuck's sake.
How fast do one of these suitcases go, I wonder?
I mean, at 60, if not to 60 in 4 seconds, I can only
These
assume.
are designed to be driven indoors in a busy airport.
We're going to have a bike pursuing a suitcase in a minute, said an Orlando police officer, said as he tried to catch up onto the passenger, who was driving a scooter-like electric vehicle mounted to her luggage. Chelsea Alston, 32, was later accused of battering the police officer and causing more than $1,000 in damage to his patrol car.
Jesus.
His patrol car being the bike?
No, I think what happened is that she did damage to the car and then went into the airport. And the lad in the car was like, we're going to need to get someone on a bike to... No, not a motorbike. No, like a...
Not that quick.
Like a... Not even like a fast pedal bike. Just like a... I don't know, like a mountain bike, probably.
I just think of Moleman. Bigger. No, that's too big.
No, that's too big. And this like... Oh, and then like the young hotshot rides up on a BMX and he like...
It like skids into frame.
Yeah, and there's another officer on his back on the pegs, just with a sniper rifle.
And there's another officer on that guy's shoulders with a flamethrower. And they're ready to kill this woman.
And there's a guy in the basket on the front just hooking grenades everywhere.
Just like tucked up. And they all have like face paint on, like they're going into the forest.
They're the bike crew.
Literally nobody in the station talks to them, but this is their one moment that they have.
This is their time to shine, and they're going to use the full extent of the law.
Now this might surprise you, but Florida woman Chelsea Alston, she has entered a plea of not guilty to the charges.
Right, bold move when there's probably... I'd argue if there's one area in the world with a lot of cameras, it's an airport.
I would also say they have her on the police cameras as well, because they also had cameras on the front of their vests.
Well, they were all busy standing in front of each other on the BMX, so they probably couldn't get a very
You can't
clear
see
visual.
a thing other than grenades and flamethrovers.
So it's class, but like it doesn't help.
It looks cool. It looks fucking cool. She was travelling from Orlando to New York when a Southwest Airlines gate agent refused to let her board because she appeared to be intoxicated. I don't want no beef. I'm just trying to get home and enjoy myself, said Alston, who claimed to have had only 2 drinks before her flight.
Okay, fairly standard, I would say, before a flight.
Orlando police officer Andrew Mamone informed Alston that her glassy eyes, inability to stand straight, and the strong odour of alcohol on her were reasons for the airline to suspect she was maybe too intoxicated to fly.
Officer, Idaho released this perfume recently that smells like poaching.
Smells like absinthe.
Smells like ethanol is actually what it smells like, and it really gets people going, you know. And
so the officer, by the way, walks over to her and he's like, "It's okay. You just need to go over to the terminal over there and sober up a little bit. Maybe get another flight in a few hours, and you'll be okay." She does not like this, Shaun.
Oh no. He was being nice as well. It's like, oh, okay, just sleep it off, get some coffee, whatever.
Moments later, Alston cursed at the officer and waved her middle finger in front of his face. She then, very quickly, got onto her suitcase and rolled away from the gate while sitting on her motorised suitcase.
I mean, like, no one could have expected that.
Like, you imagine his face, because he's like, he just got the middle finger and he's mad, but he's like, gotta respect the hustle of getting on the suitcase though. What an exit.
It's like, maybe, because that's a level of creativity that could only be attained by this woman in that moment, is the thing.
He can also be heard on video saying, "Oh man, that thing goes kind of fast."
Amazing. I mean, it's probably just an electric scooter with a fucking bag sewn to it. Like,
she has NOS in it, Cuban NOS.
Cuban NOS. She like flicks up a little switch on the handlebar and just.
She screamed La Familia as she was flying through the airport. When Mamon eventually caught up with Alston in the airport's people mover tram, he ordered her to leave the secure area. Alston remained in the secure area for nearly 10 minutes, telling him he was in the wrong and she was just going to go get her flight right then.
Had the flight already taken off by this point?
It might have. We're not quite sure. So I just need you to get on the other side of the security checkpoint, said the officer, who was still on his agency issued bicycle.
Oh man, he was like slowly cycling beside her, trying to talk her down.
And you know how hard it is to slowly cycle. He's like trying to keep his balance. It's a shaky ride.
Did you have that in school, the slow bicycle race?
That's difficult. I never had that, but it sounds awful.
Yeah, you had to be the last to cross the finish line, and one of the lads, I think he was in the year above me. This was like primary school as well, but he let all the air out of his tires, so he'd have more grip. So, and it's technically it was allowed; it was in the rules, but I'm still fucking pissed off about it.
Yeah, and you were raging because you were full of steroids, which was technically okay because there was no drug tested in the yard. But at the
they
same
don't
time,
test for that in primary school.
They don't test for it, but you were annoyed because you finished the race in seconds.
I got my race times mixed up. I thought it was a different race. It was a whole thing. I remember one year they had it on tarmac as well, which was probably a bad choice.
Dangerous game. One year? Was this like a competition?
This was sports day. We had this on sports day.
Fuck off, did you have slow bicycle riding on sports day?
I swear to God. I swear on, like, the Holy Bible, Connor. Not like
the
whatever,
Holy Bible?
I swear on all the religious texts.
Okay.
We had a slow bicycle race on sports day.
But your teacher's just a bit like dim, like this. Because they could not do a few runs or something, like an egg and spoon race.
We had racing and shit, egg and spoon, wheelbarrow race, three-legged race, the works, the long puck. Did you ever play? You've surely done the long puck, of course. Just hit a ball with a hurl as far as you can.
Not everyone knows what a hurl is, but we're just going to move on.
It's an Irish sport of hurl.
Think of lacrosse mixed with murder.
Yeah, listen, look, listeners, we need you to do some work sometimes as well.
Yeah, come on, guys.
But what else was into sport? I think there was a cartwheel competition one year.
That's dangerous strange. As well, because you'll get dizzy fairly quickly, and then you're going in a circle.
That's it. I once did the cartwheel, and I made it halfway through and panicked and fell on my head.
You know what? That explains a lot of things that have happened since.
Yeah, I think I just have a lasting concussion from that day.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, I love the idea that you get halfway through the race, you're like, fuck it, I'm going down.
I'm done. I'm not having it, lads.
What's the reason you can't win? Nah, I'm not having it. I'm not
Better
having
to bow out gracefully and then limp off like a hero.
We had a sports day once where we had to do like the proper, like, around the track, like 800 metre sprint or whatever the fuck it was, right?
We had that in secondary school, all right, yeah.
No, we had, actually it might have been secondary school, but I remember being like 14 or 15 and everyone at the starting lineup, and I was like, well, obviously, Shaun, I was like, I'm going to win because I want to win, right? But everyone else had the same thought, so that's competition. So,
is that how it works? God, I've never experienced that.
But what they all did was, and this always makes me laugh, is the whistle went and they all set off as fast as they fucking could run, like as lightning quick.
In the hair here.
800 metres.
Nearly a kilometre.
Their plan was to run at full speed for a kilometre.
Like most people only run at full speed for 100 metres or so.
4 of them got sick.
They made like 3/4, not even 3/4, probably a quarter of the way around.
They made it around the first turn and then halfway through the straight, And then they were like, coming up to the second turn, they were like, Jesus, this is getting tough to continue at this pace.
And if I slow down, I'm definitely never speeding up again.
I might die, so I have to either come to a sudden stop.
That's absolutely... Do you know, one time, this is a completely different athletic story, but my friend was in charge. So the teachers used to have these like clipboards with like everyone's name on it to take off that they attended sports day. And my friend was put in charge of doing up one of those for the teacher. So I got him to take my name off, and I just took the day off.
You know what? Fucking yes. Fuck
I have to admire the hustle, you know?
You know what? You gotta respect that. If you see a gap in the market, then he take his own name off.
No, he liked sport is the thing, so he was happy out, like.
Right.
Yeah.
Why did you ask him to give me the day off, but also have me as number one in all the competitions?
Just put me as the winner.
Every podium empty.
Shaun gets a handicap in the 100 metres, alright? He gets 90 metres added on from the start.
Now, he's not here, but I put a picture of Shaun at the finish line. Because he won.
It's me photoshopped onto like Usain Bolt.
Shaun, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
Oh man, what? It's been a really good week. This has cheered me up after my house was blown away in a storm, Connor. So thank you very much.
That's okay, Shaun.
Would you like me to take us out?
Yes, please.
Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Thursdays. We'll try and think. Well, hopefully this won't happen again, so we won't need a name for it. But special shout outs go, of course, to our patrons over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Shout outs to Waffles Professional Ball Kicker and Golden Cube Enthusiast. Get boosted, wear a mask, please just be nice, love you. Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Róisín the Wife Palmer, Ryan Right Time Evanson, Shaun, Grow Your Mo for a Bro Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah Florida Gal Green, Anna Hjelmroos, Lil Dicky, as civilization started to rebuild, the tales were viewed as historical fact, McGrew, Danny McLaughlin, Ray, I can't believe Wanda did this, Sammy DeLucia, and Michelle seriously cannot keep up with changing our name, Brown. Thank you to everyone who supports us over there on Patreon. Patrons get access to movie reviews. We've done some TV show reviews in the past. We'll probably be doing one on Moon Knight, I would say, when that comes out. Because,
I would say so, yeah.
Quite frankly, I'm really excited for that show. So head on over there if you want to check it out. There are other ways, of course, that you can support the show. You can go to our merch store, which is linked below, get a t-shirt or a hoodie or something. Twitter is @Heroes4HirePod, the 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Diddleman's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Connor Lawler.
I've been Shaun.